The biggest leak of GTA 6 in 2025 has recently hit the web. If at least half of these things are true, a game is waiting for us that will define a new generation. The source of all this leaked information is a guy named GameRoll. This man has once again proven his credibility. On April 19, 2025, a few weeks before the release of the second GTA 6 trailer, he told us the full name of Lucy and Jason. He suggested that Lucy would be called Caminos and Jason Duval. At that time, it sounded like a regular speculation, one of many that we can find in the GTA community. But when, on May 6th, Rockstar officially confirmed it in the second trailer, these exact names, Jason Duval and Lucy Caminos, GameRoll instantly gained popularity and was recognized as a credible source of information. And it was this man who recently told us a little more about what we will find in GTA 6. And we got a lot of information. The first thing that surprised most was that in GTA 6, we will not be able to carry the whole weapon with us. For a long time, we had such suspicions that the wheel of the weapon will work a little differently in the game. It will be more similar to Red Dead Redemption 2 than to GTA 5, and this information is confirmed to us, or at least, GameRoll confirms it all. The first information about the changed weapon system appeared in the leaks from September 2022, when the hacker published materials from the early version of the game. Already then, it was possible to notice that the characters do not carry the whole arsenal with them, as it happened in GTA 5 or generally in previous covers of the series. Further speculations that in GTA 6 we will not be able to carry a full arsenal of weapons appeared on May 6, 2025. On May 6th, a second trailer was released, and together with this trailer, Rockstar made available to us various types of screenshots or various types of movies. In one of these movies, we could notice Jason and Lucia, who are just pulling the weapon out of the trunk. Although, of course, it could be a movie recorded from some cutscene. Many people started to discuss that it is quite possible that not all weapons we will be able to have with us, and to pull them out, we will have to go to our car and our trunk. And now, GameRoll confirms this information to us. According to him and previous information, in GTA 6 it will actually be limited to weapons. According to him, additional weapons will be stored in the trunk of the car, just as we suspected after the previous leaks or after watching the materials from the second trailer. This system will resemble Red Dead Redemption 2 with its greater realism. But instead of keeping all the weapons on the horse, we will simply keep them in the car. This means the end of carrying a sniper rifle, an assault rifle, a shotgun, a rocket launcher, and fusking 5 pistols in the ass, as it was in GTA 5. Instead, we will choose which weapons we will take on which specific mission. We will probably be able to carry 1 pistol, 1 main rifle, and maybe 1 special weapon. GameRoll also revealed that the characters will try to automatically hide this weapon when they are near other people, especially near civilians, so as not to arouse suspicions, which makes the most sense. As for the fact that we will be able to take these weapons out at any time, I have no doubts. And I also have no doubts that if the passers-by saw a sniper shooting in the city, they would eventually report you to the police in real life. Hence the decision of Rockstar. All of this, and this whole mechanic, is supposed to be connected with the police system, which in GTA 6 will be much more developed. The biggest change we've heard about before is the return to the 6-star search level system. Rockstar used this system in GTA 4, and only in GTA 5 it was limited to 5 stars. However, before we discuss only what GameRoll has revealed to us, it is worth remembering what we already knew from the previous leaks from September 2022. These materials showed us that Rockstar is working on a completely new approach to artificial intelligence and chase organs. In the materials from the hacker attack, we have already seen fragments of this new police system, and it was supposed to work completely differently than in GTA 5. First of all, the police in GTA 6 is actually supposed to investigate the crime scene, set up barriers, take pictures, interrogate witnesses, or even transport dead bodies. These are not supposed to be mindless machines that run only towards the player and shoot at him, but real surveillance units with advanced behaviors. From the leaks from 2022, we could notice during car chases, for example, how the police checked the movement before performing a maneuver. In one of the movies, you could see how the officers looked through the side windows to check if a car was driving from the left or right side before making a turn. In these leaks, we could also notice injured policemen who tried to get up with difficulty and, for example, pressed the injured part of the body, which we could hear much more realistically, echoing sirens from buildings. All these leaks showed us years ago that the police system in GTA 6 will be much more thought out and much more realistic. However, the biggest novelty was the witness description system. In the recording from the robbery of Hank's Waffle, we could see the inscription "full description" under the star's wanted level, which meant that the witnesses have a full description of our character. When Lucia got into the police car, the text changed to full vehicle description, which meant that the police already had a full description of our vehicle. This means that the end of the sixth sense of the police in GTA 5, and instead, the officers will have to rely on realistic descriptions of witnesses and collecting information. If no one has seen the crime, the police will not know who to look for. From the analysis of the second trailer, it also turns out that on the streets of Vice City, there will be so-called patrol undercover units, cars that look like ordinary civilian vehicles, but in reality, they will be police units. Only when they turn on the alarm lights, it will turn out that these are not ordinary vehicles. On the leaked materials, we also saw various types of CCTV systems with detection meters. And let's face it, in the modern Vice City, cameras will be everywhere, in shops, on the streets, in banks. This will mean that even if there were no witnesses, the camera could record our crime, and the police will still be able to use these cameras to recover the recording and find out what we look like, for example. And here we come to what latest information GameRoll gave us. He not only confirmed all the leaks about the police system, which I just told you about, but also revealed a few additional details that are supposed to show us how ambitious GTA 6 is supposed to be. The most interesting information from the latest leaks of GameRoll is the confirmation that the automatic weapon hiding mechanism is directly connected with the police detection system. GameRoll confirms that if Jason or Lucia are seen with a gun in their hand, civilians can call the police. The more people see us, the faster the police will come. This is supposed to work more or less like in the Watch Dogs game, in which every person with a phone was a potential target for the police. I still remember shooting the person who called the police to interrupt her and not to end up giving police information. Civilians, according to GameRoll, will also have a different suspicion. Tourists on South Beach may be less sensitive than, for example, local residents in the gang's neighborhoods. Although it is probably in the gang's neighborhoods that there will be fewer calls to the police, older people may be a little more inclined to report suspicious behavior than young people. This means that every district of White City can have its own tolerance for crime. In the rich areas of Ocean Drive, the reaction will be immediate, while in the ghettos of Port Gellhorn, people will be much more indifferent to the sight of a weapon. And according to GameRoll, this 6-star system will return, which I have already told you about. According to him, the escalation will be as follows. 1 to 2 stars will be local police, local patrols, ordinary officers who will try to arrest the player. 3 to 4 stars will be SWAT, helicopters or heavy armament, and 5 to 6 stars will be federal units, FBI or whatever it's called in this game, or even combat drones. GameRoll claims that the 6-star in White City in 2026 will mean something that has not been before. I think these combat drones, autonomous patrolling drones, which will be much more difficult to lose than just traditional helicopters. These drones will be able to fly through places inaccessible to most vehicles. They will have greater endurance and will be able to operate in coordinated groups. One of the most controversial information concerns the role of social media in the search system. GameRoll suggests that NPCs will be able to record videos of our crimes and then upload them online, just like in the real world, where recordings of crimes are often just later found on the internet. This could mean that some crimes will have long-term consequences. Even if we run away, our photo will still circulate on social media in White City. This is a great tool for controlling the player, so that he does not run around the streets and do not blow everyone up with a grenade launcher. And then, as if nothing had ever happened, he returned to his home. And to Jason here, Lucian, this would probably be called terrorism. But maybe the most important information about GameRoll is that the system will also allow for de-escalation. In contrast to the previous parts of GTA, where every confrontation with the police had to end in shooting, in GTA 6 we will be able to negotiate, bribe officers, and even give up. GameRoll describes this system of the police as much more realistic. At lower levels of wanted level, the police will actually try to arrest us, not kill us. They will use tasers, they will use gas, they will use negotiation attempts. Only at higher levels will they switch to the threat neutralization mode. GameRoll also revealed that the time of day will have a significant impact on the police system. Nights will be theoretically safer. Fewer witnesses, less traffic, worse visibility for cameras, but at the same time, special night patrols may appear. And also, after the night, probably in White City, there will be suspicious guys with a gun. The police system in this game, therefore, the creators have spent a lot of time. All the information that I have just given you is just the beginning of a huge list of leaks that GameRoll has prepared for us. There are a lot of these things, and they are even stronger than the police system itself. However, before we move on, It is worth mentioning that GameRoll itself emphasizes that it is not an insider. He does not have direct information from Rockstar Games. As he explained in a comment under one of his videos on YouTube, his source is a developer friend, and he himself asked this person to check these names back in March to be able to verify their history when they are officially revealed. This is a typical situation in the gaming industry, where information is leaked through the network of acquaintances. The boy knows someone who knows someone. The latest information from him appeared about a week ago on the GameRoll Discord channel. On this Discord, GameRoll answered questions from other users about GTA 6. The screenshots from this conversation were then shared on various other forums and various other subreddits, from where they just spread all over the internet like wildfire. GameRoll himself admits that he is not 100% sure about everything, about every detail, because the information simply comes through a few people, which can lead to misunderstandings. So although the leaks themselves are thick, it is definitely the biggest leak of GTA 6 that we got this year. And GameRoll has just recently revealed the names of our main characters before releasing the trailer for the second one. We have to take all this information with a wink of an eye. One of the most shocking leaked information is the number of available interiors in this game. GameRoll claims that there will be over 700 shops in GTA 6, to which players will be able to enter. For comparison, there were maybe several dozen available interiors in GTA 6, not counting, of course, story missions. 700 shops would mean that almost every building in Vice City would be available. This would definitely be a complete revolution in the design of open-world worlds, and Rockstar would once again show excellence in their products. However, many Reddit users believe that this number is the biggest proof that this leak is false. According to his information, we will not be able to break into these shops. Of the more interesting information that the author of the leak gave us, he confirmed that in some skyscrapers there will be working elevators, but apparently they will only lead to the roof, not to individual floors. A bit strange limitation, because why only make an elevator to lead us to the roof? Well, maybe it's a matter of performance and rendering. Hundreds of floors in dozens of buildings could be a big burden, even for the latest console, especially since the limitation of consoles is not graphics, but processors. In addition to the standard options for controlling Jason or Lucy separately, players will also be able to control both characters at the same time in the free room mode. This will work through a circle of choice of characters with 3 options: Jason alone, Lucy alone, or Jason and Lucy together. From what I understand, controlling Jason and Lucy together is supposed to look like this, that we will control one of these characters anyway, but the second character, instead of fully giving control to the computer, we will give various commands. For example, go to the exit, spit on the door, take a seat, something like that. And the second character will perform these commands as an automatic AI, or during a police chase, we will be able to, for example, give a command to shoot the police, or, I don't know, throw a grenade or something like that. But that's not all. GameRoll has revealed a lot of other details that may be just as amazing as those about the police system or about 700 shops that are supposed to appear in the game. It is said that a system of relations between Jason and Lucy will also be introduced in GTA 6, operating very similarly to the Red Dead Redemption 2 system. This can radically change the way we play. Every decision we make, whether we go to a club with a striptease, whether we don't go, whether we kill some innocent civilians, whether we don't kill them, whether we share the loot fairly or not, may affect how our characters will relate to each other. GameRoll also confirms the presence of underwater exploration areas with hidden treasures and various secrets. This may mean a return to underwater exploration from GTA 5, but on a much larger scale. Generally, underwater exploration is supposed to be one of the biggest upgrades from GTA 5 to GTA 6. And let's face it, it's not that it was somehow disgustingly badly done in 2013, when GTA 5 was released. According to GameRoll, the underwater world is supposed to be so well done in GTA 6 that it's supposed to be practically a separate underwater map. Under this water, we will find various treasures that we will be able to discover and then do something with them. There are also supposed to be mechanics related to the weight of the characters in the game. We've been talking about them since the very beginning, since 2022, when 90 GTA 6 recordings were leaked to the network, and there we saw Jason, who, for example, had a different weight. Then, in various trailers, his physicality also looked a bit different in individual scenes, so it's actually rather confirmed information. In addition, GameRoll also confirmed this information. According to him, we will be able to gain or lose weight through various activities. The gore and dismemberment system will be inspired by Red Dead Redemption 2, and it's supposed to be more or less on the same level as in Red Dead Redemption 2. One of the most controversial information concerns the Deadeye system for Jason. It is said that he has the ability to slow down time and highlight weak points of opponents, justified by his military background. Lucia has a similar function, but can only be used once in a given situation. From the interesting mechanics, it is said that Rockstar also had the ability to land on the ground. They claimed that this mechanic is completely up to date. This is surprising because in the leaks from 2022, we clearly saw Jason using this function. It is also said that the dynamic cover system has been cut for very similar reasons. According to GameRoll, we will not be able to use two weapons at the same time. However, from the positive and cool information, in GTA 6, we should have Iguana as our pet. GameRoll claims that the game will consist of 5 chapters. According to him, all scenes from the second trailer come from chapters 1 to 3, which would mean that the most important events are yet to come. He also mentioned a new character named Donnie. He described him as a friend of Jason and a weirdo. This is also supposed to be an important character in the plot, although GameRoll did not reveal more details. GameRoll also revealed a list of things that will not be in GTA 6. There will be no Disney World parodies. Interestingly, there will also be no full naked sexual scenes, probably due to the rating. Well, of course, until GTA 6 hits the PC. Then you will probably be able to run around with dildos and hit pedestrians. There will also be no music except for the car, which is strange because we have something like headphones. And most importantly, the icing on the cake. In GTA 6, there will only be female strip clubs. In GTA 6, there are supposed to be male strip clubs. Generally, people's reactions to all these leaks are strongly divided. There are also many doubts about GameRoll himself. Many people consider him a credible source of information, but many consider him a guest who now, in the wave of his popularity, just sells us false information to support this wave of popularity. I personally believe that most of these things will probably turn out to be true. We already know about police systems from earlier leaked materials. It has also been said for a long time about male clubs with striptease. Anyway, we will find those in Miami, and it would be strange if we did not find them in Vice City. GameRoll himself admitted that he is not 100% sure about all the details, and it just sounds legit to me. Remember, however, and I will remind you again, not to take everything said here seriously, and not with 100% certainty. In fact, if I were to shoot, a lot of these things would probably turn out to be true, and it must be admitted that if even half of this information is confirmed, a game is waiting for us that will define a new generation of computer games. Let's remember that Rockstar has been improving its work more and more efficiently for years. First, individual studios worked on games. For example, Rockstar North on GTA and Rockstar San Diego on Red Dead Redemption. These studios partially began to cooperate with GTA 5. Full cooperation and integration of the studio took place during the production of Red Dead Redemption 2, which was visible because this game is an absolute masterpiece. And now, GTA 6 is being produced for years by all the studios from the very beginning. GTA 6 will probably be one or will simply be the most outstanding game in the history of gaming. Maybe not in terms of the plot, but definitely in terms of mechanics and what this world, what this engine will be able to do. In the future, I will inform you about everything related to GTA 6. So, if you want to be up to date, you can leave a subscription.